So we've actually got some Star Wars Battlefront news. Yeah, you heard that right. That wasn't clickbait. We've actually got something to do with Battlefront. News for Battlefront. Hasn't happened in about 4 years. It's what everyone wants. We kind of got what we wanted, but we kind of didn't. There's a lot to talk about here. So I'll flick this over to Twitter because Star Wars put this up overnight here in Australia. We're obviously, you know, we do things kind of different over here. So I was asleep through this announcement, but Star Wars did announce that the original favorites strike back. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is coming March 14th. Now, this is essentially the original two Battlefront games, Battlefront that came out in 2004 and Battlefront that came out in 2005. Both very, very highly regarded games, beloved games. And this announcement has generated more hype than anything we have seen from any single player Star Wars game in recent time, maybe except for Jedi Survivor. It's been represented in the numbers. I mean, just if you just scroll through the comments on the tweet, it's actually all positive. You don't see this when it comes to Star Wars games lately, because all people seem to want these days is Battlefront, and it's the only thing they're not getting. But we've actually, you take a scroll here and it's all positive comments. Now, if you go back to my last video, to the recent Star Wars game announcement, it was all, where Battlefront 3, where Battlefront, blah, 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 blah. They actually do something Battlefront related and it's met with overwhelming positivity and actual interest. You know, you don't see this unless it's Battlefront related. It's clear what people want, and it looks like we've actually got something close to what we wanted. Now, let's dive into the details of this. So over on the Star Wars website, they announced this article, which says Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection coming March 14th. Now, this goes into exactly what it is, what it entails, and it's quite cool, to be honest with you. And it's actually got me very interested, which I thought was impossible when it comes to Star Wars games these days, because it's been very hard to get me interested. But I'm going to read all this out for you because it's very good information. So during today's Nintendo Direct, Aspyr and Lucasfilm Games revealed Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, which will see the beloved Star Wars Battlefront 2004 and Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005 introduced to a new generation, coming March 14th for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC via Steam for $35. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection features restored online play for up to 64 players, expansions to Hero Assault mode, and all previously released bonus content for both titles. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection includes a galaxy of content inspired by the original and prequel trilogies, from famous battles across episodes 1 to 6 to playable heroes and villains like Asajj Ventress, Darth Vader, and more, to unique modes and challenges. And down here we have the full breakdown of exactly what we're going to be getting, and I've got to say it's pretty damn cool. So this isn't as simple as, oh, Battlefront's just coming to next gen. There's actually a bit more to it. There's actual content there and genuine online play that we will be able to do. We're actually going to get, you know, a multiplayer Star Wars Battlefront game in 2024. In a way, it's kind of weird. Now, we all know that this is pretty much exactly what we all want. I'll get into why it kind of annoys me later, but I don't want to let that overshadow the fact that I am actually a little bit excited about this. So we'll get into the actual details of what we're going to see in this in this remake, remaster, re-release collection thing that they're doing. It's kind of hard to put a label on, but as it says here, for the Battlefront Classic game, we'll be getting a bonus map, which is Jabba's Palace. For Battlefront 2, the classic version, obviously, we need to make that clear. We're going to be getting bonus maps including Bespin Cloud City, Renvar Harbor, Renvar Citadel, and Yavin 4 Arena. We're also going to be getting bonus heroes with Asajj Ventress and Kit Fisto, which were exclusives, I believe, on the Xbox back in the day, but they're going to be on everything now. So we're all going to be able to use Asajj Ventress and Kit Fisto here. And as we go further down, it says traverse the galaxy in campaign mode in Galactic Conquest, devise your strategy, recruit your troops, and execute your tactical vision for conquering the galaxy. You'll also get the Battlefront campaign, the Battlefront 2 campaign, which was very popular, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy playing through that again. This is the big thing. This is the massive deal, right? Massive locations with up to 64 player online support. So you are genuinely in 2024 going to be able to go onto your next gen console or your PC and play in a full lobby of the OG Battlefront games. Completely online, not against bots, completely online. This is basically what we want, but it's just coming in the carriage of a game that came out, you know, 15, 16, 17 years ago. That's the downside. It's not modern Battlefront. It's old Battlefront brought to the modern day with, you know, actual online support, which is cool, but I'll get into the rest later. So we'll keep going down here. So you fight on the ground, you drive iconic vehicles, pilot legendary ships, and of course you've got expanded hero assault. So you can use Mace Windu, Yoda, Luke Skywalker, many others, Darth Maul, Grievous, Vader, many others, blah, blah, blah. Now they actually dropped a trailer surprisingly for this. So this wasn't just an off-the-cuff article announcement. This was an actual full-blown trailer announcement. So if we head over here, we got a full-on trailer. Now I'm not going to play like the audio or everything. You get the general idea from what you get in the trailer. So we're going to be able to go back to all the old locations. And as you can tell, there's clearly no graphical upgrade. It's essentially the same thing, just probably with a few bugs just ironed out, and just so it runs a little more stable on all platforms, because it's essentially it's coming out on everything. So I mean, it looks great. This is just, it's one of the best Star Wars games ever in Battlefront 2, and of course the first Battlefront is also very well respected, and we're getting it again, and this is really cool to see, and it's coming from Aspyr Media, so this is awesome. I'm really happy about this, and yeah, I just can't wait to get into it. As you can see, available March 14th, so 3 weeks away, guys. Like, this is a huge deal, man. This is huge. Everybody wants Battlefront, and this announcement has been received so well, and it doesn't come as any surprise to me that it has, because I mean, just go look at any announcement that Star Wars games have made over the past 6 months or even few years, really, besides Jedi Survivor, and there's a lot of negativity around it, and it's because the Battlefront franchise was totally abandoned. No replacement. We've been on tirades about this in the past. I'm not going to do it again. It's clear what people want. Like, it's so obvious, and the response to this says it all. Like, if we go to other creators who have, you know, been posting about this already, you know, they're on a different time zone to me, so they saw this before me. You know, we're in Australia, we do things a little different, but I mean, here, like, as a True and Battlefront updates, two big Star Wars content creators in the space, they have seen numbers on their videos regarding this announcement they haven't seen since Battlefront 2's peak. The interest in this gaming realm is clearly focused on the Battlefront franchise. It's so obvious. And the fact that it took a collection of a game that came out 19 years ago to get people interested in Star Wars games again is kind of sad, and it's pretty indicative of where things are at the moment. If anything, this should act as the wake-up call that they need to actually give fans what they want. I mean, again, you go to any tweet for Star Wars games and it's just met with people who just want Battlefront 3, just want Battlefront. If you just go to the tweets section of this announcement, you're not getting that. It's all yes, yay, positive, awesome. I haven't seen this kind of positivity for a long time. This doesn't happen anymore. It just doesn't happen. I'm going to talk about this because a lot of people seem to think that this could actually mean they're testing the waters to see if the interest for Battlefront is still there, although we all know blatantly is. We've been telling them that for 4 years. Obviously, they got their head in the sand over at Lucasfilm Games. They don't really know this, clearly. So a lot of people are saying, do you think this could be the first stepping stone to getting a Battlefront 3? And I kind of want to talk about that because I think it's complicated. Because this, as cool as it is a cash grab. That's what it is. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. We think this is a cool announcement, and it is a cool announcement, but it is a cash grab. I mean, like, there's just simply no denying it. It's a cash grab, and it's a cool one. But could this be something that they're just testing the waters a little bit to see if the engagement, the interest in the Battlefront franchise is still there? Are they thinking of putting something like this out first before they throw all their eggs in one basket with a massive Battlefront game? That's what a lot of people are wondering, and I think it is possible. Look, we Star Wars fans have been starved for hope for a long time. Like, let's be brutally honest. It's not been fun the last few years, and this is the first announcement of anything in 4 years. So understandably, people are hyped, and I'm probably talking in circles at this point, but I've got a lot to say. So, yeah, I think this is great news. I think today there's hope for the Battlefront franchise. It's not a Battlefront 3 announcement, but it's probably somewhat close to the next best thing. It shows that the Battlefront name is still on their radar in some capacity, which after 4 years of nothing and rejection, I think we'll take that. This could be the stepping stone to get us to another Battlefront game eventually. Other creators I've been looking at this on Twitter, a lot of other creators have said stuff like, if they haven't figured it out by now, they're not going to figure it out. And I think that is also true. So I'm kind of half on this one. Half of me thinks this could be a stepping stone towards more Battlefront games. The other half of me thinks if they haven't figured it out yet, they're never going to. You know, I think the interest generated from this announcement has just proven that Star Wars fans are in desperate need of a multiplayer Star Wars shooter. The fact that a re-release and a collection release of games that came out nearly 20 years ago gets more interest than their announcements of single player games, I think that speaks volumes of what people actually want. And a lot of people still to this day sit here and be like, no, we don't want multiplayer, you know, Star Wars games. We want single player. It's like, dude, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. You can't deny this stuff. So yeah, the hunger for a multiplayer Star Wars shooter is obviously still there. Again, we're seeing numbers across Star Wars games right now that we haven't seen since Battlefront 2 was at its peak. These are the highest numbers we've seen in 4 years. This clearly means something. Fans clearly want this. I hope they wake up. But either way, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Hope I didn't ramble too much. I'm just kind of excited about this. So I'm just spitting. That's gonna do it for me today. Like, subscribe. We're gonna be making videos on this. We'll probably stream it. So yeah, it's actually exciting for once. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.